Coming up on This Is Arlington.
We'll see how our seniors are getting ready for the graduation and have an inside look at 8 to 9 day.
Also stay tuned to hear about Arlington's newest obsession, bear fruit. Welcome to This Is Arlington, your source for all things Tigers. I'm Bailey Rye.
And I'm Sebastian Oliveros. Let's dive in. It feels like we've been away from the studio for weeks, and for a good reason, guys. A major winter storm swept through the Mid-South beginning January 14th. Snow, ice, and sleet blanketed Shelby County toward the end of January, leaving an average of 4 inches on the ground. Arlington was hit the hardest, seeing around 6 inches of snow, while downtown Memphis received 4.5. In a region where snow typically melts away within a day or two, this storm was anything but ordinary. The Mid-South recorded 6 straight days with at least 3 inches of snow on the ground, the most since 1988. The impact was significant, forcing Arlington Community Schools and most school districts across Shelby County to close for nearly 2 weeks.
And just a few days after we returned from break, an Arlington High School alum put the town of Arlington on the map in a big way. Former AHS Tiger standout Kenneth Walker III was officially named MVP of Super Bowl 60, leading the Seattle Seahawks to a 29-13 victory over the New England Patriots. In a game dominated by defense, Walker was the difference on offense. The 25-year-old ran for 135 yards on 27 carries, adding 161 all-purpose yards in the biggest game of his life. He becomes the first running back to win Super Bowl MVP honors since 1998. Back home in Arlington, his former AHS head coach Adam Sykes watched with a smile, as the same player who dominated on Friday nights now shines on the world's biggest stage.
Just seeing him out there on that stage was kind of surreal, knowing that he played on the same field that these kids play in nowadays that go to this school. So it shows you that dreams do come true for some kids.
Winter Formal is just around the corner, and preparations are already underway. From decorations to music and planning, students and staff are getting everything ready for an enchanted evening.
Saturday, February 28th, AHS is gearing up for their winter dance.
PTSA members are busy setting up decorations, organizing details, and making sure everything is ready for the students.
Well, they're booking the DJ, buying decorations, getting people, like recruiting people and hiring people. Think they might do a photo booth.
Students are getting ready by picking out their dresses and suits, doing their hair and nails, and counting down the days to a fun and unforgettable night. An enchanted evening awaits as the winter formal approaches. I spoke to students to see what they're doing to prepare.
I'm picking out my dress today, and I got a tan, redid my lashes, dyed my hair. That's pretty much it.
We're gonna go get our nails done together and shop for a dress together.
Yeah. What I'm preparing for is I'm getting a suit, and I already got a date, so I mean that's not gonna be that difficult.
As the final details come together, excitement continues to build for an enchanted evening. Reporting from AHS Tiger Life, this is Amber.
This winter formal marks the return of a winter dance after several years without one, bringing excitement back to students across the school.
For many 8th graders, the idea of high school can feel overwhelming. Bigger building, unfamiliar faces, and questions about what the next 4 years might look like. So AHS offers 8 to 9 day, a day for current 8th graders to see what AHS has to offer.
Today, students from Arlington Middle School got a preview of that next chapter during 8 to 9 day at Arlington High School. It's a day designed to take some of the mystery out of high school, giving students a chance to walk the halls, see classrooms up close, and begin imagining themselves here as a future freshman.
For the first day of high school, it was definitely like a new chapter in my life, so kind of anxious, nervous, but also like really excited to go get after like what my future life could look like.
A mix of excitement and nerves is something many students recognize right away, especially when they realize just how different high school feels from middle school.
Compared to the middle school, we like double or triple the amount of people that you're around, and you go from 3 grades to 4 grades.
That initial shock is exactly what 8 to 9 day aims to ease. Seeing the campus ahead of time, meeting students and staff, and learning how the school works. Incoming students get the chance to get familiar with the school before their first day officially begins.
It can be definitely like seem intimidating, but once you get here and you network and you socialize and meet all kinds of people, it's really a great opportunity and experience.
As 8th graders move throughout the hallway, they're not just looking at the next 4 years, they're looking at different focus areas and what they might be interested in while they're in high school. But this one day takes weeks of preparation.
I want the 8th graders to find their niche and kind of their place here at Arlington High School. So I hope today they really gain an understanding about what all they can get involved in at Arlington High.
The struggle is real here at Arlington. Let's see what students have been going through as we enter into the third quarter of our school year.
Coming back from the long break, students have been struggling. We talked to one student in particular about his experience and how he's trying to overcome the difficulties.
Something I've personally been struggling with is definitely my sleep schedule. I've been going to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning and getting up at 5, so no matter how hard it is, just try to stay awake when you're in class and retain the information that the teacher's trying to teach you. And then at night, when it's time to go to bed, go to bed. Don't doom scroll on TikTok.
We also talked to a teacher about what she is noticing students struggle with and what precautions to take.
A lot of kids have a difficult time with getting adjusted back to being like somewhere at a certain time in the morning. The biggest thing is coming back and being alert and awake because you're used to sleeping late.
In Arlington, I am Brooklyn Knight.
As graduation approaches, seniors are leaving a lasting impression by creating their senior quotes. Bailey Rye has more on this important milestone.
It's finally that time of year at Arlington High School. Seniors have submitted their official senior quotes for class of 2026. For most students, senior quotes are a way of leaving a reminder of who they are as they finish high school.
10 years down the road, when you're looking back through your high school yearbook, you kind of like get to see the legacy that everyone left. Like, you may not remember someone's name or how they behaved, but you get to see like, okay, yeah, that's how I identify that person, you know? Brings back memories.
Whether inspired by songs, movies, religion, or personal experiences, each quote tells a story.
My senior quote, which I'm reading out of the Arlington High School 2008 yearbook, is, "God's gifts put man's best dreams to shame."
These words will live long after graduation and will always be there to look back on as students go on to whatever their next step is. Live life to the fullest, nothing is promised. Senior quotes are more than just a few words for the yearbook team to put together. They are messages and memories for seniors to leave behind. This is Bailey Rye reporting for AHS Tiger Life. Graduation day is coming up, and last Wednesday, seniors lined up to get measured for their cap and gown. Seniors stood tall as school guidance counselors and staff measured their height and weight to make sure the gowns fit just right. The excitement is building for these students. It's a sign that all their hard work is about to pay off. Cap and gown fitting may be a quick process, but for many, it makes the day feel even closer.
I really think about the fact that I only have a few more months left of high school, and then I go up to college and I kind of start over, and it's kind of nerve-wracking to think about that it's almost done, but I'm happy to leave, but I'm also sad to leave.
Mark the date, Tigers. Graduation is scheduled for May 19th, only 4 months away. It's time for a behind the scenes. We're going to give you all a brief glimpse into what happens behind the camera. Every role is important. It takes all sorts of people to make a show like this work, from anchors to directors and camera people. Each role is different, and everyone gets involved in one way or another. Even new students get involved, with the help of more experienced ones. Each person has their own skills, and everyone has different experiences here on AHS Tiger Life.
I mean, I've learned a lot. I mean, going into it, I didn't even know how to use a camera. I didn't even know how to edit. I didn't know how to do any of the stuff. So, I mean, I've learned, how to use a camera, how to edit, how to do all the stuff in the class that we do, make news packages, make things for shows. I mean, I didn't know how to direct at all, and now I direct This Is Arlington and direct at my live stream for my church. And I didn't know how to do any of that before I took media here.
Lacrosse time is right around the corner, and the Lady Tigers are ready to charge into the season with force. Head coach Kristen Tucker and new addition Caleb Hilliard, the girls are expecting great things this year.
I played lacrosse from 6th grade on and ended up playing at the Division II level, so I have extensive experience, and I coached boys lacrosse. I did individual training for the past few years, but only boys lacrosse up to this point. Yeah.
Probably winning our first game last season against SBA, and it was a really fun game and a lot of people cried.
Working with the girls has been a lot of fun. That's really what kind of drove me to get back into coaching here at Arlington. There's a lot of great kids here, and just being able to work with them outside of the classroom has been fun.
I look forward to us growing as a program and our girls getting better and winning more games.
Just excited. I love lacrosse. I'm just excited for lacrosse season again and to be a part of another team. It's awesome, and we have a really good program here at Arlington, so I'm ready to break the wins record this season.
It was a night to remember at Arlington High School as Tigers standout RJ Tate reached a major milestone in his high school career. The junior guard scored the 1,000th point of his career, becoming one of the few players in AHS history to hit that mark. The milestone came during another strong game for the Tigers. Tate played an important role by scoring many points, helping his teammates and leading by example. Known for his scoring ability, leadership, and work ethic, Tate reached the milestone in front of a packed home crowd, sparking a huge celebration from teammates and the crowd. With this name now in the AHS record books, RJ Tate's achievement shows how hard work and dedication pays off. As the season continues, Tate will look to build on his success and help the Tigers toward their goals.
The biggest challenges I face scoring 1,000 is definitely double teams and boxing ones. Some challenges I face is sometimes the teams will double team me a lot, send two at me. And sometimes they will box and win me, which means they keep a person on me the whole game and try not to let me get the ball. I don't really feel pressure because I'm playing the game I love, it's my passion, and I work on it every day. So it's really not no pressure. Impact is that they know I could get a bucket anytime I want, so if there's trouble on the court, just give me the ball, I'm gonna get a bucket.
Bear Fruit is now open in Arlington, and it already smells like coffee and cronuts. The new shop gives a relaxed place to grab a drink, enjoy a sweet treat, and hang out. Emerson Wiles has more.
Bear Fruit Coffee is a new spot in Arlington, bringing together handcrafted drinks, unique pastries, and a strong focus on community. The shop was created to offer something different, not just another coffee stop, but a place people can gather and feel welcomed.
So I'm a barista and I craft all of the drinks. It's just a huge blessing. It's so fun to work here. I laugh every single time I come in and log into work.
The menu focuses on creativity with seasonal coffee flavors designed to match the time of year. From warm, cozy spices in the fall to lighter fruit-based drinks in the spring.
So for the seasons, we wanted to go based off of the season itself. So for fall, we wanted more of a warm, cozy spice sort of thing. And for spring, more like fruit, flavor. Valentine's Day, obviously more pink.
One of Bear Fruit's biggest draws is its cronuts, a croissant donut hybrid that has customers lining up early in the morning.
So for our cronuts, we use a French lamination method, and it takes about 3 days to make, but that's why we get those layers. When you cut it open on the inside, you'll get to see the layers of the dough.
Beyond coffee and pastries, Bear Fruit was built with a deeper purpose. Inspired by the idea of serving others and creating a place centered on connection.
Because it's more than just cronuts, it also brings a spot for community and coffee also, but especially the community part, because a lot of people don't get to have that with the cronuts and the coffee. So it's just a great little in-between place in the square.
That focus has helped turn Bear Fruit Coffee into more than a business, making it a growing gathering place in the heart of Arlington, where coffee, conversation, and community grow together.
Venezuela's ongoing economic crisis, marked by high inflation and shortages, has made life and school difficult for many, and recent political events have only added to that struggle. Haley Craig has more.
On January 3rd, U.S. forces carried out a major strike on the Venezuelan capital that led to the capture and removal of dictator Nicolás Maduro from power. He is soon to be facing charges of drug distribution and terrorism following months of Venezuelan ships alleged to be shipping drugs to the U.S. being struck down by U.S. powers. President Trump has also stated that this attack was in part to seize control of Venezuelan oil infrastructure in Maduro's absence. This dramatic development has drawn major global attention and could very well reshape the country's future.
Venezuela, just to give some context, Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserves on the planet right now. The escalation really took place once President Trump took office last January. Almost immediately, they began to expand sanctions against the Venezuelan oil industry, and almost immediately, they began to issue warrants for the rest of people that they believed were involved in the drug trade. The biggest escalation happened last September. Last September is when the United States began to attack boats coming out of Venezuela. But what does the law allow him to do? And we did not get congressional pre-approval. Congress didn't approve this action. Congress also hasn't given explicit approval for the attacks on boats that have been taking place. Now, they've not come in either and said, don't do it. They've just not said anything. And in the absence of that kind of a statement by Congress, the president simply sets the precedent.
For Venezuelan American students here in the United States, this news brings a mix of concern for families still living through the uncertainty, hope for change in the country, and questions about what comes next in their homeland and their own lives.
The news was insane. We all were so confused the whole day. We were supposed to go out and stuff, but we were confused. My grandma was there, and she was the most worried out of all of us because she still has sons, daughters. Her husband was still there. She was just visiting also the Dominican with us. And it was just a mix of emotions because we didn't know what to feel.
Over the decades of economic and social collapse at the hands of dictators, Venezuela has experienced mass migration resulting in nearly 1/3 of its citizens seeking greater security and opportunity around the world.
Everyone in the country, and my family and all those families I know, hope for one I don't know, a country that doesn't have to be afraid of what they say and afraid of going out and got killed or kidnapped.
This event has shaken the world, but there is still hope going forward for Venezuelans to be able to live freely. In Arlington, this is Haley Craig.
All right, Bailey, so we did see earlier in the show that us seniors it's time for our senior quotes.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, what is your senior quote?
Well, I had a few different options, but my first one actually got rejected. So I had to do another one, and I did a quote from Ecclesiastes, which is my favorite book in the Bible.
Wonderful.
What'd you do?
I actually ran out of time, sadly.
You ran out of time?
Yeah, I know, but I have a couple contacts, so we'll see if I can get in touch with Miss Williams and the yearbook
do.
staff to be able to put mine in.
Oh,
but yeah,
no,
I know,
Sebastian.
so sad.
Well, that's all for today, Tigers, on This Is Arlington.
Remember to turn on post notifications so you don't miss new episodes.
And be sure to look out for Tiger Life's upcoming live stream broadcasts.
Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good week.